Let's try this again. Ugh. I tried to record this once before, but I muted myself during the cutscene, and I, like an idiot, forgot to unmute myself. So I recorded 30 minutes of gameplay and talked over it, tried to talk about some really cool and interesting stuff about this game, and it all went to scrap because I was not talking. So let's try it again. I'll be more brief about it. Essentially, what I said last time was something along the lines of, I haven't played Dark Souls 3 yet. I haven't bought it. I figured that I've always wanted to get into Dark Souls games, and I have gotten into them. I've played a good bit through Dark Souls 1 and a little bit through Dark Souls 2. If it gives you any idea, I have a level 37 there, and I used her to defeat the stray demon in the undead asylum. So I've gotten a good ways through, but I haven't actually beaten the games before, so I figured this would probably be as good time as any to start up a playthrough. Sorry, I got some aloe water that I'm drinking here because, man, I did a lot of talking and I don't wanna. That was horrible, and I have to do that over again. But oh well. So essentially, what we're gonna do. Okay, create a character. Namhart. Let's do this all over again. It's fine. The character creations in this game have not been very good. What we're going to be doing for this game, and by the way, I'm going with the Master Key. I think the pendant and the Old Witch's Ring do something specific to the lore or something, like a boss that wouldn't be able to speak with you can speak with you with the Old Witch's Ring or something like that. But I'm going with the Master Key because it makes things a lot easier. The character creation has always been really, really bad. I think it's been getting better with every game, but that's not really saying much. So we're just gonna do what is common for most what is common for the Dark Souls community, and that is create the most hideous thing that you could imagine. Because honestly, we're not even going to be seeing our character's face all that much. That's pretty great. Yeah, let's go with that. Actually, yeah, that's better. Got a big ass flat face. So big that you can see it when you're completely looking behind him. Wow. Alright, well, that'll work then. Wait, what? Customize. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. What we're going to do for this playthrough is I'm gonna do Pyromancer, and what I'm gonna do is we're going to be going with what we're going to be trying to do is going with a light outfit and a light armor and heavy weapons. So we're going to be using weapons like a greatsword, a Zweihander, etc., etc., while wearing armor that you'd see more likely on like a sorcerer or something like that. So anyways, I'm going to mute myself. I'm not going to forget to unmute myself, but I'm going to mute myself while this cutscene plays out. Enjoy the cutscene.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alright, hopefully my mic is on. If it isn't, then when I end this recording, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. But hopefully it's on. So, first off, what you're gonna notice is our character looks ugly as shit. Way uglier than he looked in the character creation. And that's because there's two states of being in these games, at least in Dark Souls 1 and 2. There's the hollow state and there's the human state. And the hollow state is where you look like you're undead, because that's what we are. We are undead. Now, you might notice, first off, you might be wondering what the hell is that sound, and you'll see what that sound is in a second. That is that thing, which is sort of a something to come later on. But next off, yeah, there's two states of being in this game. Hollow state and human state. Human state, you look like what you made in the character creation. Hollow state, you look like this fucked up piece of shit. And when you're in hollow state, it's basically normal gameplay. When you're in human state, you are able to invade others, you're able to get invaded, you're able to kindle fires, which increase the number of Estus flasks. You'll see what those are in a minute. You're able to kindle fires, you're able to summon in allies for help. And that's about it. There might be something else that I'm forgetting, but I don't remember. I accidentally smacked the mic. Wow. Alright, so first things first, what this game is really good at is it's got a really interesting way of telling the story, in that it doesn't actually tell you what the story is. You have to gather bits and pieces of the story through lore that you find in the items in the game, which is, you know, an interesting way of doing things. I'm not going to say it's good, I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's certainly interesting. I kind of like it. I know there are certain people who do like it, there are certain people who wouldn't like it. Sometimes you just want the story to just be there. You don't want to go searching for it. But I kind of like it. I don't know. But I'm always afraid that I'm gonna miss out on some section of the story because I don't know all the secrets of the game, which is a serious possibility in this game. But as such, what we're going to be doing a lot in this game is stopping and taking a moment to read through what the items are, and I figure right now what we should do is stop and read through the items. I did this in the last video, and I made the comment that my eyes are just like playing tricks on me because I cannot read for shit today. But I'm gonna try my darndest anyways. So here it is. The hilt of this lost sword was found discarded in the undead asylum. Only slightly better than one's bare hands, and not recommended for extensive use. Be certain to find a replacement quickly. Black separation crystal. Now this is really only useful for online use, and there's a couple of items that are like that, like the cracked red eye orbs and stuff like that, and we'll get to those later. But nope, that is somebody else. That is a phone call. I am recording. So black separation crystal is only really useful for online use. This black crystal, long a symbol of farewell, is granted to banished undead. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes, or sends you back to yours. Beware of fickle use of this item if you intend to nurture relationships. So essentially what that does is there's a little thing called invading in this game, and what it does is it's PvP. It's player versus player in this game, and what that does is you get to invade another person's realm, or somebody else invades you. And when you do that, you fight off. And what you can do with this crystal is, if somebody's helping you, or you're helping somebody else, or you're invading somebody else, you can use this crystal to leave their world and just go back to your world. So that's essentially what that does. The dark sign signifies an accursed undead. Those branded with it are reborn after death, but will one day lose their mind and go hollow. Death triggers the dark sign, which returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, but at the cost of all humanity and souls. We've got the Master Key, which is the gift that we started with. This universal key opens any basic lock. Tool of the trade for thieves. But in the accursed land of undead, most doors are better left unopened. The dungeon cell key. Key to the dungeon of the undead asylum to the north. A mysterious key a mysterious knight, without saying a word, shoved a corpse down into the cell, and on its person was this key. Who was this knight, and what was his purpose? There may be no answers, but one must still forge ahead. Alright, we got the pyromancy, the fireball, which we started off for being a pyromancer. A standard pyromancy of the Great Swamp. Hurl fireball. The fire damage caused by fireballs make them effective against corporeal beasts and undead, who by nature fear flames. So, I made a comment last time that was missed because couldn't use that. But I made the comment that that's very similar to the game Bloodborne, in that the beasts in that game are afraid of flame. And so I guess it's sort of a theme in these games that just beastly creatures are afraid of fire. And so now we've got the tattered cloth and hood, and all of them say the same thing except for the heavy boots. Hood worn by pyromancers of the Great Swamp. Though it appears tattered, it is actually quite strong. Their attire offers substantial protection against poison, fire, and other forces of nature out in the hinterlands where they were driven. Boots made of thick leather. The boots of the pyromancers are incredibly tough on account of the rugged grasslands and treacherous swamps they must traverse. Their soles are nearly impenetrable. So there you go. How much of the... We got a good bit of time left. So, what we're gonna do here is, there's a boss here that I'm not going to fight. I'm going to show it off to you guys though. If we look up, we can see a little bit of him right up there. You can see him hanging up right there. And if we walk forward, herp-de-derp-de-derp, I wonder what's gonna... Oh no! This guy! Not this guy! And then we just go in here and... Bye! Bye-bye. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Bye-bye. Alright, so... Now we've rested this bonfire, and we will spawn here from now on, whenever we die. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our shield, and we're not gonna be using shields all that much, only until we get a really good item, but the cracked round shield, round wooden shield, cracked and nearly broken. Wood shields are lighter than metal shields, but this one has lower physical damage reduction stability, partially due to cracking. And what you'll see is under the damage reduction percentage there is physical 65. Is he? Okay. Stopped firing, so I was wondering if he was walking over here. It sort of scared me for a second. So what you'll notice is the 65 physical reduction percentage is the percentage of damage that is reduced when blocking. So when somebody swings at me, if I'm blocking, I take 65% less damage than I would if I just got hit normally. Same thing goes for magic spells, same thing goes for fire damage and lightning damage. Each percentage is different, so that makes each shield better for a different situation. Once we get it, what we're going to be using the most is the grass shield and maybe the black knight shield. But black knight stuff, black knight equipment is a whole other thing entirely. So what we got here is the hand axe. A small hand axe appears identical to a lumberjack's tool, but has an ideal weight and strength, and is easy to handle. One wrong swing leaves the wielder wide open, so timing and proximity to the enemy must be judged carefully. So that is our weapon, essentially, as of right now. Oh, we got a backstab off. Alright, so that's the backstab of this game, and it's going to be very useful in this game. How much time do we got left? We got 5 minutes. Actually, I think I'm gonna end right there. Essentially, there's a boulder right there. I'm gonna run on through, and I'm going to end it right here. And we're gonna look, next time we're gonna talk to this guy, and look forward to that. So, to keep from attacking this guy when I put my controller down, I will pause. Because while pause, you cannot attack. Which is good, because that is really easy to do in this game. So, thank you very much for watching. Please tune into the next video. And have a nice day. Thanks for watching.